Welcome back to FastGadgets. So what I'm going to do today is add a printer using Linux. Now there has been many people who have said that some of the basic functionality in Linux is too difficult, and I want to show that at least adding a printer is very simple. So it's been a long time since I've added a printer to Linux or had to do anything like that. So this isn't something I do on a regular basis. It's probably been 4 or 5 years. Last time I did it, I was using a printer in a lab at a school, and it was really quite easy, but it's gotten even easier. And let's have a look at that now. So basically, I've clicked the Fedora logo here at the bottom, and I've brought up the menu, and I'm just going to start typing printer and take a wild guess, and then I get the printer configuration tool, and I have to enter my root password. And then I'm going to click here to add a new printer, and I have to enter the password again, and it's going to search for any printers that might be connected, and of course there are none directly connected, but I do have a brand new printer that my wife has purchased, which is a Wi-Fi printer. So I'm going to click that one because that's the one I want to use, and I'll click next. And after a minute here, the drivers will populate. It's found 2 possible drivers. One is a very simplified interface, and the other is the standard interface. So I'm going to go ahead and use the second one, and I'll click next again. And I don't need to share this printer. If I'm actually going to use it on another system, I'll just go ahead and install it on that particular system. And then I'll click finish, and it'll ask again. And I have now installed the printer. I might as well mark it as default because it's the only printer I have, so that'll work. And I could do configuration if I wanted to, but I'm just going to go ahead and click OK. And what I'm going to do is send a print job to the printer. So I'm going to go into File Manager. I've got a document here that I downloaded that I want to use. So I'll go into downloads, and we'll go by date, and I'm going to print this particular document here that has some commonly used commands in Unix and Linux, and I'm going to do Control P, and it sees my printer, so I can preview it if I want. I can change the copies, reverse it, all kinds of basic stuff that's right here. So I'll just go ahead and click print, and I'm waiting. Now this is a PDF, so over Wi-Fi it might take a little bit longer than, say, a basic text file. Should be starting up. There it goes. Alright, so it's printing. Awesome. Alright, I'm going to pause the video, and I'm going to go grab the print job, and I'll be right back. Alright, well, I've got the printout. It actually printed out in grayscale, which is perfectly fine. Quite frankly, I prefer it in grayscale. That way I don't waste the color ink on something like this, which is just a reference page for me. So it really is quite simple to set up a printer in Linux. I'm sure GNOME is just as easy. It may even use the same interface because it is using the CUPS printer driver interface. So it seemed to be very straightforward, which is what we want. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time on FastGadgets.